All right. Give a second for system to get online and get started in just a minute. Okay. Alrighty. So let's take a look what we got. Okay. Seems like we're online. Seems like we're connected. If anybody is online watching this, it's I always like to know who you are. So if you can throw some of those likes or hearts across the screen, that always lets me know who's watching, who's paying attention to this. You're always welcome to give me some comments if you see something that you like. If there's something that you don't like, those are great too. And just as a point of reference, this is episode 163 of Time Out Tuesday, which means that I've been doing this for 163 weeks now. And most, not all, but most of those episodes are posted on our YouTube page in an archive under the album Time Out Tuesday. So if anybody's actually interested in going backwards and seeing how this has evolved, I guess, over time, hopefully I've gotten a little bit better at it. Who knows? There's no way to gauge that. But I've been doing a lot of reflecting over the last several months, but really over the last year, about everything that we do, how we do it, what things we're really good at, what things we can really work on. As we've had to make this evolution towards online classes, it's really given me an opportunity to examine how we teach everything, what works and what doesn't work. And a lot of that is going to, I think, be obvious when we do come back online to, rather to in-person classes, because I do expect to change some of the ways that we've been doing things based on what's working for our current student body, what has really proven to be incredibly successful. When I was thinking about this today, I was thinking about where we are in the year, that we're at the 1 year anniversary almost. March 12th or 13th is the 1 year anniversary for when Long Island pretty much went into a lockdown. That's pretty much when we held our last classes. It's almost identical to the date that we started running our first online classes. And we're looking at a full year now. And it occurred to me, when I think of March, other people think of things like March Madness, or spring coming, things like that. I often think of the phrase that March comes in like a lion and out like a lamb. And I was thinking about that in the context of what really makes a martial artist. During the course of a normal year, when we're taking on lots of new students on a regular basis, which is different from during the pandemic when we really kind of focused on our existing membership. We really needed to make sure that those that were existing and training with us were going to continue to succeed. New students, we've taken in small amounts here and there after kind of vetting them a little bit to make sure that they would succeed in this online environment. I'm not looking to create, lack of success for anybody. But I was thinking about that phrase, in like a lion, out like a lamb, and how that relates to, sadly, the vast preponderance of people that start taking martial arts. Very often, and this is true really not just for martial arts, but for most forms of exercise as well, and in particular for adults. But, people come in and they're all pumped up. They just saw the Karate Kid or Cobra Kai, and they're all pumped up to do some karate, and they get their uniform on, and they take their first couple of classes, and they kick a bunch of bags, and they're like, this is incredible, we love this. And then as time progresses, whereas we continue doing those same type of exercises that they got all pumped up about, we also start instituting the work that's required, the repetition, the correction, and the philosophy behind what we're doing, the mindset of being a real martial artist, and what it takes to really advance through our ranks. And those that came in like a lion very often wind up going out like a lamb once they see that there's quite a bit of effort that it takes in order to succeed in the martial arts. And that's, I guess, the main reason why martial arts is not really a great fit for everybody in terms of an ongoing venture. Now, don't get me wrong. I wish it were. That's number one, obviously. Number two, separate what I just said, being a martial artist, from learning self-defense. Learning self-defense, everybody should do that. In some way, shape, or form, everybody should do martial arts, some form of martial arts for even some short period of time to learn some fundamentals of self-defense, to learn how to protect yourself. But to become a martial artist, I think, is a lot different than just signing up to take karate somewhere. There's a mindset. There's something that has to get into your blood that makes you believe that this is important, that the work is worth it, that the work is paying off, that it's deep in my blood and nothing's going to stop me from doing it. That's definitely different than taking a couple of karate classes. It's really no different than anything else, though, right? If you take a guitar lesson, it doesn't make you a guitarist. But if you take many guitar lessons, practice, become adept at the instrument, at some point it's not unreasonable to call yourself a guitarist. And I really do believe that the same thing applies to the martial arts. There are karate students and then there are martial artists. And while it's a fuzzy line between the two, I've seen something very incredible over the last year with our students. Students leave martial arts for many reasons, not just because it's hard. Sometimes it's financial, sometimes because they move to another location, other things in life get in the way. I don't want to paint the picture that only people quit because it's hard. That's not accurate, but many people do. But what I have seen over the past year with the students that rapidly adopted or adapted to the online training that we've been doing, these students have overcome a significant adversity in that they had to relearn a whole way of learning martial arts. They had to be able to separate or compartmentalize the social aspect of the martial arts classes from the curriculum. And they had to have made a decision at some point that learning the martial arts, even in the absence of some of the social aspect of the martial arts, is important to them. And I've seen this with dozens and dozens of students that have stayed with us throughout this entire year and continue to train hard. I've seen incredible things. I've seen students and their parents transform living rooms and dens into karate studios, clearing out furniture. I've seen people taping up the floor with different markings similar to the ones that I use in this school. I've seen students making and manufacturing their own homemade weapons, very often that imitate the ones that I'm using to train, so that when I say shoot the red side forward, they're able to shoot the red side forward by taping it up or coloring it in some way. In the past year, 4 of our students have done all that I believe is necessary to make them eligible to test for their black belt. This is an incredible thing and a big departure from all normal ways of thinking about martial arts. But I've watched these 4 students, in particular these 4, do everything necessary to perfect their art, get themselves tuned up to be able to take a black belt exam, which is now scheduled for the end of March. And I've got another 5 students that are coming in right behind them for a black belt in the fall. Actually, more than that, because of higher ranking students that will also be testing. The students that have recreated a dojo in their living room, that have built their own weapons, that have trained for an advanced rank, that continue to come to 3, 4, and 5 classes a week and are learning way beyond what the curriculum dictates they need to learn. These are true martial artists. These are people that have gotten this in their blood. These are people that are going to become, I hope, black belts and teach others and share with others this mindset, the mindset of being a martial artist. I think it's rare, and I look forward to helping many other people find that mindset. I think it's a life changer. It has been for me and my family, and I look forward to doing that for others. So with that said, that's it. March is going to come in like a lion and go out like a lamb. I'm betting on that because I'm looking for some good weather so we can begin doing our outdoor classes again and then begin moving right towards our indoor classes. I'm very optimistic about spring this year, about being able to get back into the dojo as more and more people get vaccinated and we start moving towards a little bit more of like a herd immunity type of concept based on vaccinations. I will keep everybody posted on that, of course. And with that said, I will see you at the dojo. Peace.